You, just like me, have a dream in which you want to accomplish something big. Not your average, everyday, small goal. There's something that you've been dreaming about that's big. That's life-changing. That's gonna make a difference. I know that dream. I want you to make that dream become a reality. And I'm gonna help you. But first, let's talk about the struggles. There's obstacles stopping you from succeeding. Like how the money might not be there. The support and the right people aren't in your life. Or maybe you don't have the knowledge. There's a million reasons why we can't make our dream come true. But if you listen to what I'm about to say, your whole perspective on achieving your dream is going to completely change. You need to use what you do have, not what you don't have. That's it. Stop looking at what you don't have and start looking at what you do. Steve Jobs created Apple, and he didn't say, I need a huge warehouse, 100 employees, and $2 million in investors' money. He said, my parents have some extra room in the garage, and I'm gonna ask my friends to help build some computers. And that's what they did. Maybe you wanna be a yoga teacher, and you don't have enough money to rent a storefront. But I guarantee that if you posted a free yoga in the park day on Craigslist, you'll get people to come. And that's how the ball starts rolling. Use what you have, not what you don't. Because when you use what you do have, you eventually get what you will need. Stop complaining about what you can't change and start complaining about what you can. I hear a lot of people complaining about their past, and I don't know why that they think that if they continue to complain, that something different is gonna happen. Are you looking to be heard, or do you just want someone to agree with you? Because what you're doing is getting you nowhere.
Burn those sins. Rip off your rearview mirrors and run towards your destiny. Run towards the dreams that hunt you at night, that keep you awake. Chase the love of your life with everything inside of you. I need you to run towards your dreams. Don't worry about your generational lack. Embrace your now.
Well, you made it to the end. Thanks for listening to my music. I know life isn't the best at times,
And when the darkness tries to come back, I hope that you'll come and listen to me again. But more importantly, listen to the people who are going to lift you up. There's a lot of people out there that care, and I'm one of them. I read every single email, every single DM, and I don't care if it's 3 in the morning and you need someone to talk to, because this feeling is what I've dedicated my life for. There's a lot of crazy things happening in the world right now, and there's a huge mental health crisis. And I just want to encourage you to talk to random people and show them some love, because we're not going to be a part of a generation that stood around and did nothing. We've got a lot of people that are secretly hurting and hiding pain in their hearts, and we need to let them know it's going to be all right. No more hiding behind our phones, no more empty promises, no more negative TV, no more complaining. We got a bunch of hurting people in this world, and we need to drive out this darkness with love, because only through love can we start to heal. Maybe just a friendly hello. How you doing? How's your mental health? Oh, me? I'm working on it. I struggle too. You're not alone. Why not? If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm on all social media platforms. And if no one's told you that they love you today, well, hey, I love you. And I'm proud of you. All right? Let's go. Hey, do that one little sound effect that I really, really like.
Stress, depression.
Everyone goes through it. And it's the process of becoming a stronger person. See, I remember going through growing pains when I was younger. My body physically hurt from trying to grow. And I look at depression kind of the same way. It eventually will end, and it's challenging. But when it's over, you'll be physically stronger, taller, and more mature than you were before. And with my depression, I had to find my future before it started to get better. I tried prescriptions, self-medicating, religions, and what worked for me might not work for you. But you gotta keep trying, because you want to get better. No one wants to feel depressed. Life isn't always good, but life is always worth living. And I remember when I was 9 years old, and it was a week before Christmas, and I was so excited waiting for Santa to come, it felt like I was waiting forever. And I know now it's because every day I would count the seconds, and my mind would dwell on Christmas. Now 20 years later, Christmas comes and goes without me even realizing it. And with depression, I feel like the more I dwell on it, the longer it stays in my life. I know sometimes you just want to step out of the world and just have the pain stop. But you gotta start feeding your mind some motivation, and you gotta let your feelings out. If you've been holding on to that stress and depression, I think it's time for you to let it go, because you don't need it anymore. Check. Hey. We live in a society where changing your appearance on the outside gives the illusion that you've changed on the inside. For a while, that's what I thought I needed. I colored my hair, tattooed my skin, but there was no meaning. I'd look in the mirror and see how much I've changed, but every day always remained the same. Just another messed up person without a reason to live. I wanted to be better but wasn't willing to dig. Beneath my pain and my suffering lied everything I was trying to hide. I changed my looks but still felt dead inside. I would scream at night, God, why am I still alive? And I tried to convince myself that I didn't need help. But I realized that you have to believe in yourself before anyone else. Because it's not where you start, it's about what's in your heart. So now I look into your eyes, because appearances are lies. And I know that's easier said than done. And when life gets hard, I'm trying to watch where I run. Because where I go is what I become. And I thought I was having fun, but now changing my appearance just seems so dumb. And I hope you get something out of this message. At the end of your life, your words are all that you're left with. And I don't want the fame, I'm just trying to make a difference. Because when I needed someone there, no one even really cared. But I'm here for you. And when life hands you struggles, we're gonna see it through. And I hope you build a better life. These words were hard to say, but it just felt right.
See, there's a difference between hunger and starvation. When you look at the word hunger, man, you can eat and be satisfied, be content, and eat again. When you look at the word starvation, come on, the word starvation means after 3 weeks, no eating, you die. And see, you are where you are right now because you're just hungry. You took a bite of something and you satisfied, you content. But I'm telling you right now, to starve, you gotta give everything you have. To starve is to have nothing and go get it. To starve is what you need to do with every habit, with every situation you in, and that's to starve. Starve for your greatness, starve for your potential, starve for your future. Give everything that you have and put everything you got into it. Because if you don't, you won't die. So I need you to push, I need you to grind, I need you to give it. Because you got it.
Yeah.
So go do it.
One of the greatest motivators in life is starvation. So remember your hunger when times get tough. Don't talk about it, be about it. Live your life like every second counts. Live your life like a lion ready to hunt. Live your life like you've got nothing to lose. It's your time. Are you hungry? Then show it. Are you hungry? Then live it. Are you hungry? Then go get it. Because every second you're not working, your competition is. You've got the motivation, you've got the mindset, and what you don't have, you're gonna go get it. And when you reach the top, remember there's always another level, and your starvation is gonna take you there.
Don't talk, just act. Don't say, just show. Don't promise, just prove. Don't stop, just go. Feed your focus, starve your distractions. Yesterday is over, and tomorrow is too late. Don't waste your time, this is your year. Dream big and work hard. You've got one life, one chance, and what you do with it is up to you. Remember your goals. Stop thinking and just do it. Fight for it. Stay motivated. Prove them wrong. Keep going. You've got what it takes, but it's gonna take everything you've got. Make it happen. Do something great. Set a goal. Fuel the flame. Get it done. Challenge your limits. Never stop. Hustle hard. Stay true. Make it count. Stay focused. Yes, you can. Leave your legacy.
It's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. When you're lying on your back, staring at a ceiling, feeling trapped. It's not a failure that we get knocked down. No. Because life is gonna knock us down. But only we can choose to get back up. And there's a lot of people that are gonna convince you to keep staring at that ceiling. And they're gonna tell you to stay down and never get back up.
People, they like to put their doubts and their opinions on you. But I'm telling you right now, when they tell you you can't get back up, when they tell you you're not good enough, I need you to understand to yourself that you are valuable, that you are special, that you were chosen, that you was gifted. You mean something. You valuable. You who listening to this right now, you are more than enough. But you gotta believe it in yourself. I believe in you. We believe in you. But it don't mean nothing if you don't believe in yourself. The greatest thing you could ever do in life is believe in you. So you need to understand when people say something's impossible, you move the first two letters over and it says I'm possible. Because you're not meant to be average. You're not meant just to be good. You was meant and designed to be beyond great. So chase your dreams and be that.
Yeah, here we go. We got 10 reps. I want to see you give it all you got. Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Back to back. Don't stop. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a breather. We're coming right back at it. Yeah. Keep pushing. Yeah. Get ready. All right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got one more set left. Set of 10. Yeah. Feel the burn. Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Don't give up on me. One more set. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now do it again. If you hate where you are in life, then you will have to make a change. and something has to break, and that something is you. You're gonna have to push past the boundaries you've set, and you will have to become someone that when you look into the mirror, you don't even recognize. Break yourself, break your habits, and lose your mind. Everything that you've been taught needs to be thrown in the trash. See, here's what happens when we start getting comfortable. We start questioning what our purpose in life is. We lose sight of our direction, and we begin self-manifesting a hatred for an unsuccessful life. We watch social media and movies dreaming about the perfect life, but what you don't see behind the glamour is the hard work. If you want your life to be the best life it could possibly be, then you are going to have to love yourself more than you have ever had before. You're going to have to rewire your thinking, and most importantly, you are going to need to accept discipline. If you hate where you are in life, and you have goals that are not getting accomplished, then you are not disciplining yourself. You are not loving yourself. If you want to lose more weight, learn a new language, buy that house, or start a business, it's going to take discipline in every way. Discipline doesn't come easy, but every day we get the opportunity to grow our discipline skills. So start noticing when these moments arise and break the cycle. Accept the discipline and let it grow. Therein lies the power you're seeking. This isn't a song that you randomly found online. This isn't something that you listen to once and say, wow, that was cool. You've now been given the solution. You now have a way out of the life that you hate. But remember that this is a daily ritual that needs to be acknowledged every single day, and the rest is up to you. I know you got some people in your life right now who aren't good for you. And I'm pretty sure you already know. It's not easy cutting out a relationship with someone, but it's even harder when you cling to a mistake just because you spent a lot of time making it. And it's not how we make mistakes that defines us. It's how we correct them. See, good people sometimes make bad decisions. They mess up and they let others down. And we all make mistakes. But some people are like clouds. And when they disappear, it's a beautiful day. There's negative people in your life that need drama like they need oxygen. And the more positive you stay, the more you take their breath away. See, I know a beautiful woman that's in a negative relationship. And no matter what I say to her, she wants to stay with someone who physically and mentally abuses her on a daily basis. She's gotten so used to it that she believes it's love. And I know that when we get so attached in these relationships that we forget about our well-being. We settle and we get stuck. And if you're feeling stuck right now, I just want to tell you that you can be brave enough to move on. You have the strength to stand on your own. And if you feel like no one is on your side, that just means you're going higher when you start to rise. I'm here today to talk to one type of person. Now, if you're successful and happy, filled with wealth and power, this song isn't gonna be for you. Because I realized that there's a lot of motivational speakers out in the world that love boosting egos of people that are already doing great. But I realized that there's no motivational speakers talking to the people who are depressed and poor and who don't want to be alive because of where they're at in life. See, I relate better to people who are suffering in this world because I can look in their eyes and see that we're the same. See, I used to fill my life with sad, depressing songs, and I get involved in relationships that I knew were going to get me in trouble, and before I knew it, I had a miserable life with a miserable job, and I tried to blame everyone except myself. And to this day, I still feel vulnerable. And I know that the worst kind of brokenness is the kind that you don't know you have. And I know how easy it is to fall down into that trap. And when I felt trapped and lost in this world, without anyone understanding how I felt, the only thing that helped me was creating a plan. And when I finally decided to grab my things and walk away, I realized I wasn't just moving away, I was killing a part of myself. So I jumped on a train, and with a backpack and some cash, I started running away from a broken family. And even though I was 16 and I couldn't get a hotel for the night, I knew that it wasn't gonna stop me from creating the life that I always wanted. And I knew that I might have a couple bad years, but I wanted to prove them all wrong. They called me the black sheep, but now I'm the golden child. Because even though everything in the world was against me, I knew that it wouldn't last forever. And I knew my stars would align and I'd get my time to shine. And I'm here in this mic screaming for you to open up your eyes because it's not over. You still got time. Hey, I just want to say something important to you beautiful people today. Man, I might not know your story, and I might not know your name or what your favorite band is, but I can tell you that no matter where you are in life, you're gonna be okay. Man, maybe you're celebrating a birthday with friends, or maybe you just got dumped. Yeah, just know that you're here on this earth for a purpose. And whether you believe it or not, just know your happiness is a state of mind. And you have the ability right now to make the day you want. Don't let anyone hold you back from being that person that you want to be tonight. Enjoy your life and do not let anyone get in your way or stop you. This day is your day. So make it the best you've ever had. And I love you, random stranger on the internet. And you want to be my new best friend? Because that's where I'm at in my life. I'm out here trying to find new people that are going to help me grow and become the best version of myself that I can be. And I don't care if you think that I'm making a fool of myself, because my vibe is attracting my tribe. And if your fear of looking stupid is holding you back, then I encourage you to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Because if you're so worried about what your friends and family are gonna say about you, then I hate to break it to you, but you are never gonna reach your dreams. It's gym time. You came here to get results. It's time to push your body past your limitations. Cause excuses don't burn calories. Time to kill some fat. You gotta take care of your body because it's the only one you got. Don't you give up on me. Master your mindset and you'll master your body. Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it were easy, then everyone would do it. There's no days off when you're chasing your goals. Slow progress is better than no progress. Don't quit. Get up. No excuses. Get it done. Stop wishing and start doing. You are built to be epic. Consistency is key. 3 months from now, you will thank yourself. What are you waiting for? Stop saying I wish and start saying I will. You will never regret regret working hard because hard work always pays off. Sore today, strong tomorrow. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Nobody cares about your excuses. Let's go. Look in the mirror. That's your competition. Don't wish for a good body. Work for it. If it burns, you're getting closer. Do not give up. The beginning is always the hardest. Because 70% of people that start a fitness plan quit, except you. Not this time. It's not about being perfect. It's about effort every single day. That's where transformation happens. And if you're tired of starting over, then stop giving up. Warrior, get grinding. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Let's get it. It's gym time. Beast mode. Feel the burn. Keep going. Stay dedicated. Trust the process. Go harder. Push. 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 Every day is another chance to get stronger, eat better, live healthier, and be the best version of yourself that you could ever be. And the best investment you could ever make is in your own health. So let's get it, get fit, and you can, and you will, because without pain, there is no gain. So start training insane, or you're just gonna remain the same. You're killing it, don't stop, keep doing it, it's your time, this is what you do. You're a winner, don't quit. I am the tiger, success is yours. You got this, don't slow down. Breathe through the pain, make it count. Pull it together. It's gym time. Each and every day, you give a piece of yourself in exchange for what you desire in life. When you're at Starbucks grabbing a coffee, you give a piece of your bank account in exchange for a caffeinated drink so you can feel more energetic, right? As funny as it sounds, it's true. And it applies to everything. Like when your daughter asks you to help her with her homework, you're giving a piece of your knowledge in exchange for her to grow more intelligently. Now, 99% of people are giving pieces of their life to things that they don't want. They are wired to a pattern and stuck in a routine that down the road will give them the life they never wanted to have. Develop a strong sense of knowing where every piece of your time, every piece of your money, every piece of your knowledge ends up. Once you realize the hard truth of where the pieces of your life have been going, then you can control your future. Start accepting the problems and bad habits you've picked up on the way. See, I realized that I was hanging around people who really loved going to bars and drinking and talking about these big aspirations they had in life. But when the alcohol wore off, nothing ever seemed to get accomplished. I started realizing that the more I got stuck in this pattern and the more hanging out and drinking I did was just gonna turn me into an alcoholic barstool dreamer. And I knew that that wasn't where I wanted to be in the future. And the more I kept giving pieces of myself to that ritual, the more attached I became. Now, I don't know your life patterns and rituals, but I do know that you know which ones are gonna make you become the person you wanna be. And from now on, I hope you understand that every moment in your life, you have the opportunity to give a piece of yourself, and only you can decide which direction it's gonna go.
One run can change your day. Many runs can change your life. So don't run with your legs. Run with your heart. Running is my therapy, my alone time, my joy, my life. No rules, just run. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and knows it must outrun the fastest lion or it will be killed. And every sane morning, a lion wakes up and knows it must run faster than the slowest gazelle or it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you're the lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. This is my run. This is my pace. And the more I run, the more my potential is revealed. I don't run to win races. I don't run to get places. I run to escape this world. I run to find the peace within myself. I run to feel free. And I run to grow strong.
Every night, I stare at the stars and wonder if at that exact same moment, you might be looking up too. I've been doing some soul searching, and the things I'm finding are a lot of the reasons you left me. Because it's nice to shine light on things we do good in life. But if we take the worst parts of ourselves and try to make them better, is when we start to live. I wanted to change for you, but now that I know you're not coming back, I'm changing for me. But not to impress you, not to fake it, but because I realized that I've got issues that I've been ignoring. I realized that my jealous, narcissistic arguments with my lack of communication and my inability to be compassionate and over-controlling wouldn't make me become a better man. Because when I went through the worst moments in my life, I was either gonna let it make me become bitter or better. And now, I've made up my mind. So now when I look up at those stars, I'm looking just for me. I'm looking for what I want to be. And if I gotta fight this fight alone, then that's what I'll do. Because when I look into the mirror, I see that it's me versus who? Not you, but it's me. I was bitter, but now I'm getting better. And I encourage you to look at your life, because accepting your flaws and failures is the best decision you'll ever make. It's not gonna be pretty, but it will be worth it. I just wish someone would have told me this encouragement.
Carl Benz, the inventor of the car, was 15 years old when he had a vision of creating a horseless carriage. And for 20 years, he would try to make that dream come true. Now I can just picture a teenage Carl Benz saying, "Man, I hate walking. My parents never let me use the horses. And I'm so sick and tired of getting around so slowly." Now, I never knew the guy, but I know that he took out that frustration and anger into creating the world's first automobile. Now, I don't know if he was trying to change the world, but I know he took something that pissed him off and he started doing something that would better his life. And the same goes for me making these speeches. I don't make this music to change the world. I don't write these speeches so I can become a millionaire. I write these out every single day because I need to hear some motivation. I need to know that I'm gonna be okay when life gets hard. That I need to stay strong. Because when you find something in life that you're obsessed with, that you can't stop thinking about, and that's gonna make your life better, you need to run with it. Because I didn't realize how many people felt the same way I did. And I'm sure Carl Benz didn't realize how amazing the invention of the car was gonna be. And I'm sure that you don't realize the potential of your dream. Hey, but you might now. You already know what giving up feels like. So let's see what happens if you don't. And when you feel like giving up, remember those who said you weren't good enough. You don't find willpower, you create it. The toughest workouts are the most satisfying ones. Believe you can. Don't quit. Sweat. Smile. Repeat. It's simple. Work hard. process. Don't give up, unleash the beast. Fitness is not about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you used to be. Don't wish for it, work for it. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. You've got what it takes. Success doesn't start in the gym. It starts in your mind. And every workout counts. I said every workout counts. Your body can withstand almost anything. It's your mind that you have to convince. Don't give up. Hustle hard. Do better. Keep going. Don't quit. Push yourself. No boundaries. Just do it. Stay strong. It's all you. Work it out. No limits. You're unstoppable. Push, push, push. Let's go.
You open 2 gifts every morning you wake up. Your eyes. Today is going to be a great day. So wake up and smile. Good morning is not just a word. It's an action and a belief to live the entire day well. Morning is the time when you set the tone for the rest of the day. Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. This morning will never come back to your life again. So get up and make the most of it. No matter how good or bad your life is, wake up each morning and be thankful that you still have one. Something special awaits you each day. All you need is to recognize it and make the most of it. This is not just another day. This is another chance to make your dreams come true. You have to get up every morning and tell yourself, I can do this. And with each new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Don't wake up with the regret of what you didn't accomplish yesterday. Wake up while thinking about what you can achieve for today. Motivational speeches and motivational speakers come in all different forms, but the one thing that they have in common is passion. They can hit the right listener at just the right time, in just the right way. But my goal is simple. I'm here to tell you that suicide is not the answer. In America, there is one death by suicide every 12 minutes, and the second leading cause of death, ages 10 to 24, is suicide. And I'm not gonna sit around and watch these numbers rise, because even though this world is full of suffering, it's also full of overcoming it. Because I believe that there are far better things ahead than anything that we leave behind. And my biggest accomplishment that I ever did was continue my life
when I wanted to die.
A million words wouldn't bring you back. I know, because I've tried. Neither would a million tears. I know, because I've cried. And when I think of what could have been, it hurts. Knowing that I tried, doing my best, and it still wasn't good enough. Broken and lost, shattered into a million pieces. It hurts to breathe. I know everything happens for a reason. I just wish I knew what that reason was. So here I go. One last attempt to try to make sense. I've been writing down these thoughts, but I'm not sure who I'm writing to anymore. I just don't know. Why I can't decide to let it go. It's crazy how the mind can be a place of happiness and inspiration, and it can also be the hardest prison to escape from. Failure after failure, I haven't seemed to grasp the lesson. Or is this failure here to point me in a different direction? Because I'm tired of starting over, but I refuse to give up. I guess I'm somewhere in between. How much more can I take? Because I've held on for so long, but what was I holding on to? And the hardest part about the pain was realizing that there was too much to hold on to. Yeah, that makes sense. This pain, it hurts. And I'm trying to figure out where everything went wrong. But maybe the less I focus on it, then the easier it becomes. Man, I'm trying to forget what hurt me, but still remember what it taught me. Because I'm realizing that nobody goes through this life without a scratch. Because I know it's difficult to forget pain, but it's even harder to remember happiness, for we have no scars to show for joy. And yeah, my scars are a sign that I've been hurt, but they're also a sign that I've healed. And these wounds don't bleed anymore, because I hurt, I bleed, I've mourned, I've grieved, and I've struggled, I've tried, I've failed, I've sighed, and I've fought, and I've loosed, and I've scarred, and I've bruised, and I've suffered, and I've yearned, but I live and I learn that my life does matter. I'm sorry. I'm just tired of losing friends to suicide. Because I believe that if you're strong enough to take your own life, then you're strong enough to change this world for the better.
All right, it's gym time. I've been preparing myself all day for this. My body is my temple, and I have strength from within, and I will be strong to the core. And I know it's gonna be painful, but I got a goal, and this pain is temporary, but this power will last forever. Cause I'm putting in the hard work today, and it's gonna pay off tomorrow. Cause every day I get closer to my goals, and I'm a warrior, and I will never surrender. Cause this is my time, this is exactly who I want to become. I do not have time to slow down, because weakness is not my friend. And I am motivated, and I am strong. I am a lion, my success will reign. My voice will be heard, I will climb any mountain. I am in control, my time is now. Every day I wake up more motivated. Every day I go closer to my own goals. I've got one life, and every second counts. I cannot be stopped until I reach the top. I'm all in, no matter what it takes. I will sweat blood, I will push past my limits. I'm on fire, I feel the burn. I keep pushing,
I'm growing stronger. I'm undefeated. I'm a champion, and I play to win. I will never quit, and I'm unstoppable. Headed to the top. This victory is mine. I'm on a roll. I will never be tamed. You can hear me. You can feel me. I speak the truth. Believe in yourself. You can accomplish anything you desire. Do not give up. Keep going. Keep rising. Keep pushing. Do not give up. How bad do you want it? We don't get what we want in life. We get what we have to have. How bad do you want it? Then go get it. It's yours for the taking. What are you waiting for? Why are you whining? This is for winners only. Are you a winner? Then whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Go get it. Be relentless. Stop making excuses and stop being lazy. Get what you deserve. You will win this war.
You, just like me, have a dream in which you want to accomplish something big. Not your average, everyday, small goal. There's something that you've been dreaming about that's big. That's life-changing. That's gonna make a difference. I know that dream. I want you to make that dream become a reality. And I'm gonna help you. But first, let's talk about the struggles. There's obstacles stopping you from succeeding, like how the money might not be there, the support and the right people aren't in your life, or maybe you don't have the knowledge. There's a million reasons why we can't make our dream come true. But if you listen to what I'm about to say, your whole perspective on achieving your dream is going to completely change. You need to use what you do have, not what you don't have. That's it. Stop looking at what you don't have and start looking at what you do. Steve Jobs created Apple, and he didn't say, I need a huge warehouse, 100 employees, and $2 million in investors' money. He said, my parents have some extra room in the garage, and I'm gonna ask my friends to help build some computers. And that's what they did. Maybe you wanna be a yoga teacher, and you don't have enough money to rent a storefront. But I guarantee that if you posted a free yoga in the park day on Craigslist, you'll get people to come. And that's how the ball starts rolling. Use what you have, not what you don't. Because when you use what you do have, you eventually get what you will need. It's been scientifically proven that exercise heals depression, fights anxiety, improves your mood, promotes better sleep, and increases your energy levels. Let's go! Let's go! I don't care if you've never stepped foot into a gym before, because today you will. I don't want to hear any excuses like that you don't have a friend to go with, because last time I checked, this is your body and no one else's. I don't care if you can't find time, because from now on, you're gonna make time. And don't say that you will and then you don't. Because if there's one person that you should never lie to, it's yourself. So put your shoes on and get dressed and make the commitment. Create the habit, and in a week, you'll thank yourself. It's time to work your depression out from the inside. It's time to heal your body from the inside. Do you want to love yourself more? Yes. Do you want to take your life to the next level? Yes. Are you willing to push past your limitations? Yes. Are you going to do what you say? Yes. Do it for you. gym time. Are you ready? Get mad. Get upset. Get out the way. You're unstoppable. You know what to do. Put yourself first. Are you ready? Let's go.
You hear that? That's your life ticking away. The clock is running. Time waits for no one. The clock always ticks, and you can't buy more time. There are times you don't hear it, and there are times that you do. You're growing older, it's getting late. Time's running out. Stop waiting for the right time, because time isn't waiting for you. You're gonna die. Stop wasting time. Tick tock. You're pathetic, wasting away your precious time to do things that you hate. I got your attention now. Yes, are you mad? Is life not going your way? You miserable waste of life. Your dreams will never come true while you waste your time. And within a blink of an eye, your life will end. Time's up. You want to know how to be happy? I don't think you can handle it. Because this truth isn't gonna hurt you, it's gonna kill you. No one wants to be told that they could be doing better and that the life they created sucks. And for a long time, I would rather deny a hard truth than to face it. Yeah, I haven't taken care of my body, I know. Yeah, I messed up my past pretty bad. And yeah, I lost a loved one. But you know what? I'm still standing. And I know you don't want to hear it. And I know your heart is filled with pain. But the way I see it is, there's two types of pain in this world. The pain that hurts you, and the pain that changes you. So look in the mirror and stare at your pain. You want to know why you're still not happy? Because you haven't turned your hurting pain into your powerful change. Find the strength within your pain, because that's the only way that you're gonna change your pain. Because I did, and so can you. And now my pain motivates me. I don't hide a smile behind my pain anymore. I smile because my pain fuels my goals. They said I was never gonna make it. They said I wouldn't ever be successful. They said I was incapable of love, and it hurt. But it now fuels my motivation and makes me stronger than I ever was before. So keep hating, keep calling me worthless, keep telling me that I'm a no one, because your hate is making me great. Don't be afraid of pain anymore. The best gift you've got for this world is your pain. So stop letting it hurt you. You got powers that you're not using because nobody ever told you that pain is good. Nobody ever told you that your pain is gonna help someone someday. Only you can take the worst parts of your life and make a difference in this world. And there's a reason that you're going through this pain. And don't ever say that you're not strong enough to get through it, because I know anyone can give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. But to hold it together when everyone expects you to fall apart is true strength. Self-sabotage. Definition: destroying or damaging ourselves either consciously or subconsciously. In life, you have your comfort zone and your uncomfortable zone, and most people will do whatever it takes to stay in their comfort zone. You've heard it before. We are our own worst enemy, and it's true. Self-sabotage is used as a defense in fear so we do not hurt ourselves. And it's in our relationships, our businesses, and our financial lives. And some examples would be when a person runs away when the relationship starts getting serious because they don't want to be vulnerable to the hurt that they felt in the past. Self-sabotage, or how you associate the gym with feeling pain. Self-sabotage, but it goes deeper. Like procrastinating important tasks, not to be confused with laziness, but avoiding change or fearing failure. Self-sabotage. The reason you can't eat healthier is because you self-sabotage. You've created the idea in your head that healthy food doesn't taste good, and you've created the idea that you're gonna have to sacrifice every food you do enjoy to eat healthy, and that's a self-sabotage. Stop preventing yourself from living the life you deserve and start admitting that you're the reason, because you need to know it's better to be uncomfortable and growing than to be comfortable and not doing nothing. Now let me ask you a hard question. What are you self-sabotaging in your life right now? What are you avoiding, and how are you going to make a change? A lot of my songs talk about going hard and pushing yourself and never quitting and grinding and hustling. You know how it goes. You listen to my music, you know, but I want to talk about slowing it down. And there's a story that really resonates with me, and I'm going to share it with you right now. There was two towns, and they had a tree chopping competition. And so they brought out their best tree chopping lumberjacks to go epic one-on-one. And so they start grinding, they start chopping down these trees, and there was one man that wouldn't stop. He made his dedication, his mind up, that said, no matter what happens, I'm gonna not stop all day, and I'm gonna chop as many trees as I can. And so he did. And then there was another man who chopped some trees, took a break, and chopped some more trees, and took another break. And so the guy who was chopping trees all day said, man, this is in the bag, I got this, no problem. At the end of the day, the man who had taken breaks had more trees. And so the man that didn't stop all day and just kept working at it went up to him and said, man, you cheated, I saw you, you took breaks. How did you beat me? There's no way. And so the man told him something pretty important that always resonated with me, and I hope it resonates with you now. But he said, every time you saw me take a break, I sharpened my axe. And now, right now in your life, you gotta sharpen your axe. You might be down, you might be taking a break, but you know that you're perfecting your skill. And don't let other people tell you to get up and start going when you're sharpening your axe. You do you, and don't let other people influence you. And take a break if you got to. But just remember, you're getting back up and you're chopping down some trees. Perfection paralysis is a trick your mind plays on you, an attempt to keep you safe whenever you are about to put a piece of yourself into the world. I see this in all of my friends and family, and it may even be a part of your life. It's the musician who won't release his music because it's not perfect. It's the entrepreneur who builds a website but never launches it. It's the singer who's afraid to sing in public. It's the architect whose blueprints are never good enough. We all have the desire to create something special,
and nothing in this world is perfect. But in this day and age, we have Photoshop, Instagram, YouTube, and through the screen it looks perfect. But it's not even close. Imagine if Thomas Edison invented the light bulb and was too afraid to show the world his invention because it wasn't bright enough. Listen to me, you got a special gift, a unique talent. And I know putting yourself on the line is scary and hard. People might judge you, friends might leave you. But let me ask you this, do you believe in it? Do you believe that you're someone special? Do you believe that one day you will make a difference? Because I know that deep down inside you have that ability. And I'm here today to tell you that you're good enough, and you gotta give yourself permission to try. You don't have to convince me, you gotta convince yourself. Start acting as if your life has an expiration date, because it does. And trying to make your dream just perfect won't ever happen. So start realizing that putting something in this world decently is better than putting nothing into this world at all. And you'll adjust and you'll move along, because the largest trees start from the smallest seeds, but the seeds are useless unless you plant them. Dear self, I know you've been coming a long way lately from the hardships that life's been throwing at you. I know it's hard to stay motivated at times, but I'm proud of you for never giving up. If there's one thing I've realized about you, it's your ability to keep going when life's at its worst. I know you have some big goals, and I promise that I'm doing everything I can to make them happen. It's not easy when everything's against you, but still, we'll keep going. I wanted you to know that no matter what happens, that I'm gonna stay by your side. I know how hard you can be on yourself, but I know you're doing the best you can. Even though times get hard and you hate being patient, you never doubt our ability to make it through. And I know there's apologies that are still owed to you, and those apologies may never come. But the most important apology is the one I owe you. And the truth is, I apologize for not putting you first, for making your worth dependent on how others saw you, for making others' worth more important than yours, and for believing them when they said something was wrong with you. I'm sorry. It takes one big emotional event in your life to finally make a change. I know you're trying to lose some weight. Maybe you've been trying your whole life. If you've ever been in an unhealthy relationship with someone, then you know how toxic and negative a person can be on your life. And right now, the relationship you have with your food is unhealthy. It might not have started overnight, but as the years have gone on, it's gotten worse. But today is the day that we're gonna make that change. No more cheating, no more watching TV shows that make food, no more sodas, no more junk.
We gotta start caring about what we are eating. And we need to start finding the right workouts. Just because other people run on a treadmill doesn't mean you gotta start doing it. You find your own exercise. Don't let other people's negative feedback bring you down. Have you ever had to turn down somebody's homemade cooking? Well, they're gonna start doing it from now on. And I know how bad it's gonna hurt when people say something like, "Oh, one more piece of cake won't hurt you," or "You know how long it took your grandmother to make this food?" But I know you can do it. This isn't a fight against the scale or against food. It's a fight within your mind. Yeah, we might have picked up some bad eating habits on the way, but it's never too late to finally make a change. It's a hard addiction to break. And when I wanted to lose weight, I told myself over and over again this one simple thing. I said, "Addison, the human body can go 3 weeks without food. I think you'll be okay if you miss a couple meals." And I might not have liked it, but I kept telling myself that. And just because it worked for me, doesn't mean it will work for you. But whatever you decide to do, I encourage you to please keep trying. Please, just have that motivation tattooed on your heart to be strong when you're at your worst. I know how it feels when you try to stay positive and nothing seems to get better. It feels like you're stuck in an endless cycle that you can never escape. And the minutes feel like years, and all you want is change. Have you ever asked yourself, why me? I'm not a bad person. I don't deserve this. Well, I can hear your cries. I know how it feels, and you're not alone. But trust me when I say there's gonna be a brighter day. I just need you to hold on through the rain. I know you need to hear this, and I want you to know that you're not alone. And I said it twice, so you won't forget. It's okay not to be okay. And when life throws everything bad that you couldn't possibly imagine, I want you to play this song for a reminder why you're strong. There's a bigger picture why you're here. This story will not end. Your crisis will not break you. Your illness will not break you. Your heartbreak will not break you. Stare your evil into the eyes and tell them not this time. This victory is mine. This time I'm gonna win. I will not let evil control my feelings anymore. I will not let evil control my life. This pain will be my biggest accomplishment. This is my pain, and I will control it. This is not the end of me. I'm here. I'm still breathing. You might have knocked me down, but I'm getting back up. But before I do, I'm gonna lay here and reflect. I'm gonna sink it all in, so when I rise from the ashes, you won't ever recognize me. You killed the old me, but now I'm better. You had me once, but now I'm upgrading. I guess that's how it goes. Life got harder, so I got stronger. And now, I'm getting the upper hand. So whether you realize it or not, we are built to shine. We will never be average. This life is hard, but so are we. Yeah, we fell down, but we getting back up. I believe in myself. I got another chance. Practice. A lot of people ask me, how come I'm so motivated? Or how come I'm not afraid to put myself out into the world and act the way I do? And what I tell them is, I got a purpose. Because I'd rather keep practicing my purpose than to have never have even tried. Because if there's one thing in this life that I've learned, is that you ain't making it out alive. And you best believe I'm going out swinging every single second. And guess what? So are you. From this day on, I want you to make a change. I want you to promise yourself that no matter who makes fun of you or who brings you down, that you will practice your purpose. And every night before you go to bed,
I want you to look into the mirror and tell yourself 3 things. 1, forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. 2, I want you to tell your future self that you're gonna make them proud. And 3, I want you to set a small goal that you can practice every single day. Listen to me. This isn't a song to make you feel some type of way. What you learn from here today is going to be applied to your life permanently. You're gonna start noticing some changes. You're gonna start walking around with a little more pep in your step. And you're gonna start loving yourself a little bit more. And oh yeah, people are gonna notice. So start practicing your purpose in life. And don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. Because if you don't practice, then you don't deserve to win. Practice every chance you get and do it over and over until it becomes a part of who you are. Living your best life takes practice. So perfect your purpose by promising to practice every single day. Well, here's the truth. Life's not easy. I'd love to tell you that it's all downhill from here, but that's not the reality. But from now on, you've got a secret weapon called motivation, and it's not always gonna be there. But when you need it most, it will be. You've got heart. And if you put love in your heart, then you can heal any moment. So protect your heart. No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. And it's true that the best hearts go through the hardest times. And right now, you're on your way. I know the kind of person you are, but more importantly, I know who you want to be. So please, keep pushing. Even when it's hard and you want to give up, remember your heart. You feel it beating? It's working. It's growing. You're growing, and you've got all the time in the world, so keep following your heart. Show everyone your heart, and only do what your heart tells you. I know you want to change your life, but it starts from within. I know you feel it. It's an awesome feeling that no one can take from you. That's your heart. That's your heart. Nobody else's. I know you got a lot of life planning to do, and when life starts getting crazy, I want you to remember to listen to your heart. You're on the right path. Don't let the haters get you down. Just keep going, all right? Take a deep breath. Tell yourself, I'm okay. Things are gonna work out. Believe it every day. Don't stop. Remember who you are. Believe in yourself. You're gonna do big things. Don't forget it. You are worthy, you are loved, you are motivated, and you are strong, and you are ready, right? Yes. Let's go. Every day, your mind is being shown advertisements, social media posts, and commercials. And whether you realize it or not, that imagery is getting stuffed into the back of your subconscious mind. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to fill my life with trash. I don't want to see posts that hide negativity behind comedy. And it's not funny to laugh at mental illnesses when we are all battling our own demons. And I don't want to see advertisements for greasy, unhealthy, expensive food when I know I need to stay on my diet.
And it's real easy for temptation to tell you otherwise. And it's really easy for us to convince ourselves of a lie when we know that it's not our best interest. We say, oh, just one little bite. Or I'll just hang out with him one more time. I know he's not good for me, but this time it's all right. Yeah, every day we get a choice to decide what we allow ourselves to see and what we allow ourselves to be surrounded with. Let me see who you're following on Instagram right now, and I will predict your future. Let me see your recently watched Netflix movies, and I'll tell you how you're feeling right now. Recognize the trash. Recognize the hidden messages behind everything life throws at you, and start protecting your mind. Because when you have a strong and healthy mind, I can guarantee you'll start living a better life. I'm ready. I got this. This is my time. I've worked way too hard to let this moment slip away. And I'm hungry. I'm a beast. I want this. I will not give up. I will do what I say, and I will not quit until I get what I want. I am not afraid to work hard. I am better than my competition. I will not fail. This year is my year. No one can slow me down. I find strength from within myself. I will not stop. You cannot keep me down. I will rise. I am better. Get out my way. I know who I am. I'm a lion. I'm a winner. I will never surrender. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm confident in myself, and I will overcome, and I will conquer. My enemies will fail, and I will prevail. I can't be shook. I won't give in. I'm a winner again and again. Success is mine. My time is now, and I won't be distracted. I won't derail. I'm focused. This is what I do. I don't survive, I thrive. I push past my limits. When they slow down, I speed up. I'm not afraid to walk alone. I know what I stand for. I'm a warrior. I'm not lazy. You can't distract me. I got fire in my eyes. My adrenaline can't be controlled. I've got goals. I'm committed. I'm experienced. I'm trained. I'm armed. I'm valuable. I'm needed. I will not make excuses. If I say I will do it, then it will be done. I'm true to myself. I hate the fakes. I ignore the phonies. I am real. I can't be stopped. It's every day. Rise and grind. Hustle hard. Never stop. I got this. Maybe you were given a dream to chase, or maybe you got a goal that you want to accomplish. There's gonna be a lot of small, successful steps that you're gonna have to take. And I hate to break it to you, but you're gonna have to face them alone. And I know the sound of that doesn't make you happy. And I know going towards a goal is hard, and going it alone is even worse. But it takes absolutely nothing to join a crowd. And it takes everything to stand alone. And if you want strength for your life and strength for your goals, then you will have to learn how to fight alone. And when you force this unnatural ability into action, you will realize what you are truly made of. Being alone has a power that very few can handle. So when you decide to take your first step alone, focus on where you need to go. Have a sense of direction and keep taking small steps. And when distractions arise, throw them to the side, because you love yourself and you love your goals more than any distraction. You have a focused mindset to fight these trials to reach your goal. And when you start walking alone, people instantly notice. They gravitate towards you. And this can derail your path if you are not strong enough. So stay strong. Walking alone will build your confidence, self-worth, self-esteem, self-respect, and incredible self-awareness. These traits attract every human on this earth. So why is it that when we finally decide to take that hard path alone, then everyone wants to gravitate towards us? It's because we have now seen the door open. we have caught a glimpse into our future and realizing that our greatest accomplishments can realistically be done and right in front of our own eyes. We can picture our dreams actually coming true. Every day I wake up and look in the mirror and hate the person I see. I see the pain hidden behind these eyes, and I hate these scars that only I can see. And I cringe at the opportunities I've lost because I hold a heavy weight of past mistakes that can never be undone. And I feel like quitting every single day. But I don't. And yeah, I've got battle wounds deeper than you could ever see. And I live with the hurt. And I've been on the edge of ending it all. And I wasn't afraid to end my life early. And I know you've been there too. And you might be there right now. And if you've been looking for a sign, then this is it. Do not give up on yourself, ever. My best days are not behind me. I got another chance to be who I want to be in life. I might have messed up my past, but I will for damn sure create my future. And it's gonna be better than ever. I'm gonna reinvent myself to be stronger, smarter, confident, and better than everyone who didn't believe in me, because I believe in me now, and I hold the power to my happiness. Yeah, because I hold the power to my success, and the hate I see in the mirror will be my fuel to become the best I can, and I will never give up on myself again, because I got a future, and I got a plan, and this time it's different. This time I caught the fire. This time will be my time, and this time I'm taking everything back that I lost. So rise, let the tears fall down and rise above them with your head held high, because you're a warrior and it's time for war. Here's your stage, they're watching your every move. Everyone's plotting against you and they doubt you. They think that they got you cornered and they think you're about to tap out, but they're wrong. You've been hiding a secret power and hidden deep underneath your depression and deep within your hurt. There it is, the heart of gold, the strength of a lion, the willpower of 10 men, ready to take down anything that comes your way, ready to fight for what you want and get what you deserve, never looking back again, because I'm creating the life that I've always wanted. And this is not the end of my story, because I'm just getting started. Everyone in life has a struggle, and sometimes we've had struggles so monumental that it changes the foundation of who we are. And you could have had a rough childhood with an alcoholic mom who couldn't put food on the table. Or maybe you had the perfect family and you lost them all in a car crash and were the only survivor. This is a harsh reality of the world that we live in. But here's the light at the end of the tunnel. Your struggle will define the person you become in life. Now you can let your struggle bring you down, which is what most people do. They hide their struggle behind alcohol, drugs, relationships, food, or anything that lets them forget it for only a second. But there's another way. You can let your struggle motivate your life's purpose. Yeah, you had an alcoholic mom, so start volunteering your time at AA meetings, telling the story of your struggle to the moms who are making the same mistakes. Be the voice for that hungry kid crying himself to sleep at night because he doesn't have a mother. And do not be ashamed and do not be embarrassed, because you're making an impact and you are no longer afraid to speak the truth, because this is who you are, and that's how it's done. And I see a lot of people on social media faking a struggle that they've never even been through because it's popular. That's not me, and that's not you. If you want to make an impact on this world, then grab that disgusting, harsh, traumatic struggle and embrace it. And do not hold back and let it be known, because you can turn the worst struggle in your life into the most powerful, life-changing weapon if you allow it. Hey, when I was 16, I jumped on a train to live in Portland, Oregon. I moved up because the summer before, I met a girl who I thought I fell in love with. She left California to go to college, so I left too. Simply put, I wanted to be in a relationship. So I packed up a backpack and said goodbye to my broken family. My mother didn't want a family anymore. So I wanted to find out what love really was. Because the house that I grew up in never really was. The first year in Portland was great, until my girlfriend fell in love with her ex. And now, a struggling 17-year-old who worked at a broken down pharmacy needed to find a new place to live. Alone in the city with no friends, he had to figure out a scheme to get rich. So he grabbed his skateboard and found some friends. They loved drugs, and he wanted to impress them. He said, "I work in the pharmacy, and I can get you what you need." So he pretended he was a doctor to cure his loneliness. Called in prescriptions for Xanax, promethazine, and painkillers for anyone who had the cash. It worked like a charm until the day he used the same script twice. The cops came in and said, "We know what you've been doing." They locked him in a cell, and the only phone number he could remember was the woman who didn't love him anymore. So he picked up the phone and dialed the number. He heard her voice, and he started to cry. He said, "I'm sorry for what I've become. I thought I could do this on my own. I messed up bad." And after a long pause, she finally said, "I'm sorry, son, but there isn't anything I can do. I wish you the best. I know that you'll pull through." So I had to learn on my own from the choices that I have become. Locked in a jail cell from a crisis I never won. Now I do what's best for me, because when I rotted from my family tree, all I needed was to plant a new seed.
I started to hear voices in my head when I was 8. They would wake me up at night. I couldn't fall back asleep while the voices yelled and screamed my name. But the kind of screams and yells that your parents do for you when you're in trouble. I'd lie awake in my bed, wondering when the nightmare would end. This went on for many years, and my parents told me it wasn't real, that I didn't need help, and I should just snap out of it. But it didn't work. How do you explain schizophrenia to a kid who's 12? I thought everyone heard voices like me. Things started to change when I hit puberty, and everything was fine. I had a new way to hide the voices inside. Marijuana and alcohol were my new best friends. Started smoking stress off of a tin can. Run out of the store with 30 beers in my hand. But it wasn't enough. So a friend gave me Xanax and life was good. Klonopin, nitrous oxide, cocaine, what wouldn't I do? Experimenting with drugs was my way of coping with the things I couldn't comprehend, like those stupid voices in my head. I know I had an evil spirit inside, and I was listening to everything it said. It told me I was better off dead. It said, how worthless can you be? You're a suicidal teen with nothing to achieve. Swallow these pills or the louder I'll scream. No, this wasn't me. I'm done with these voices trying to control my life. I know I'm a special person, and I know this isn't the end, and I know that these voices are all in my head. So I made a choice. I turned my demons into my own voice, and eventually I started to win. Now my voices tell me that this isn't the end. They say pick yourself up because you're a champion. There's still time, it's not over. I turn my demons into my angels, and you will too. I still hear voices, but they're brand new. I can't tell you how hard it is just to keep getting beaten down and just feeling like you're going nowhere, and waking up every day knowing that today you gotta fail. Today is the day that you have to wake up and things aren't gonna go the way that you want them, and you're not gonna accomplish what you set out to do, but you just might get a little bit closer. And that's the hardest thing for people, and that's the hardest thing for me, is just to wake up and admit that I'm gonna fail, admit that I'm gonna do something wrong, and then I'm gonna screw up. I feel that I'm such a lone wolf in this life because I have the dedication just to constantly make mistakes. And I do it in my relationships, and I do it in my businesses, and I do it in my life, and I learn from my mistakes. That's the difference, is that I don't keep making the same ones. And the people that get to hang around me, and the people that know that Addison's gonna mess up, he's not gonna be perfect, but he's gonna keep swinging, he's gonna keep going up to bat, and the people in the crowds are gonna keep yelling at him, booing him, and just saying that he's the worst person in the world. It's gonna happen, I know it, because I live it. I constantly wake up with that, knowing that that's what I do, that's who I am. And I've accepted my flaws and my failures. And I've taken my flaws and my failures, and I've set them down to build a bridge over my problems, to know that I'm not perfect, to know that there's always something that I can improve on. It's the hardest thing. just to keep swinging, to get up there and swing with all your might, even though you might not hit that ball, just to keep going, to get up to the plate, to not listen to the naysayers, to the people who say you can't do it. Give it your all and take that swing. I know it's not easy. I know you might miss. I know you might fail. But I need you to step up there. And I need you to swing with all your might.
You, just like me, have a dream in which you want to accomplish something big. Not your average, everyday, small goal. There's something that you've been dreaming about that's big. That's life-changing. That's gonna make a difference. I know that dream. I want you to make that dream become a reality. And I'm gonna help you. But first, let's talk about the struggles. There's obstacles stopping you from succeeding, like how the money might not be there, the support and the right people aren't in your life, or maybe you don't have the knowledge. There's a million reasons why we can't make our dream come true. But if you listen to what I'm about to say, your whole perspective on achieving your dream is going to completely change. You need to use what you do have, not what you don't have. That's it. Stop looking at what you don't have and start looking at what you do. Steve Jobs created Apple, and he didn't say, I need a huge warehouse, 100 employees, and $2 million in investors' money. He said, my parents have some extra room in the garage, and I'm gonna ask my friends to help build some computers. And that's what they did. Maybe you wanna be a yoga teacher, and you don't have enough money to rent a storefront. But I guarantee that if you posted a free yoga in the park day on Craigslist, you'll get people to come. And that's how the ball starts rolling. Use what you have, not what you don't. Because when you use what you do have, you eventually get what you will need.
Each and every day, you give a piece of yourself in exchange for what you desire in life. When you're at Starbucks grabbing a coffee, you give a piece of your bank account in exchange for a caffeinated drink so you can feel more energetic, right? As funny as it sounds, it's true. And it applies to everything. Like when your daughter asks you to help her with her homework, you're giving a piece of your knowledge in exchange for her to grow more intelligently. Now, 99% of people are giving pieces of their life to things that they don't want. They are wired to a pattern and stuck in a routine that down the road will give them the life they never wanted to have. Develop a strong sense of knowing where every piece of your time, every piece of your money, every piece of your knowledge ends up. Once you realize the hard truth of where the pieces of your life have been going, then you can control your future. Start accepting the problems and bad habits you've picked up on the way. See, I realized that I was hanging around people who really loved going to bars and drinking and talking about these big aspirations they had in life, but when the alcohol wore off, nothing ever seemed to get accomplished. I started realizing that the more I got stuck in this pattern and the more hanging out and drinking I did was just gonna turn me into an alcoholic barstool dreamer. And I knew that that wasn't where I wanted to be in the future. And the more I kept giving pieces of myself to that ritual, the more attached I became. Now, I don't know your life patterns and rituals, but I do know that you know which ones are gonna make you become the person you wanna be. And from now on, I hope you understand that every moment in your life, you have the opportunity to give a piece of yourself, and only you can decide which direction it's gonna go.
One run can change your day. Many runs can change your life. So don't run with your legs. Run with your heart. Running is my therapy, my alone time, my joy, my life. No rules, just run. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and knows it must outrun the fastest lion or it will be killed. And every same morning, a lion wakes up and knows it must run faster than the slowest gazelle or it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you're the lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. This is my run. This is my pace. And the more I run, the more my potential is revealed. I don't run to win races. I don't run to get places. I run to escape this world. I run to find the peace within myself. I run to feel free. And I run to grow strong.
I'm here today to talk to one type of person. Now, if you're successful and happy, filled with wealth and power, this song isn't gonna be for you. Because I realized that there's a lot of motivational speakers out in the world that love boosting egos of people that are already doing great. But I realized that there's no motivational speakers talking to the people who are depressed and poor and who don't want to be alive because where they're at in life. See, I relate better to people who are suffering in this world because I can look in their eyes and see that we're the same. See, I used to fill my life with sad, depressing songs, and I get involved in relationships that I knew were gonna get me in trouble, and before I knew it, I had a miserable life with miserable job, and I tried to blame everyone except myself. And to this day, I still feel vulnerable. And I know that the worst kind of brokenness is the kind that you don't know you have. And I know how easy it is to fall down into that trap. And when I felt trapped and lost in this world, without anyone understanding how I felt, the only thing that helped me was creating a plan. And when I finally decided to grab my things and walk away, I realized I wasn't just moving away, I was killing a part of myself. So I jumped on a train, and with a backpack and some cash, I started running away from a broken family. And even though I was 16 and I couldn't get a hotel for the night, I knew that it wasn't gonna stop me from creating the life that I always wanted. And I knew that I might have a couple bad years, but I wanted to prove them all wrong. They called me the black sheep, but now I'm the golden child. Because even though everything in the world was against me, I knew that it wouldn't last forever. And I knew my stars would align and I'd get my time to shine. And I'm here in this mic screaming for you to open up your eyes because it's not over. You still got time.